In my last video, I went over the slow death of Anakin Skywalker. Though Anakin's fall was a long journey, the death of Anakin started the moment he cut off Mace Windu's hand and culminated with Anakin's last word, no. And in a vacuum, Obi-Wan sure seems right. Anakin is dead, never to return. But we all know that's not true. Through the power of his son, Anakin Skywalker is resurrected from the dead. The moment Anakin fully returns is at the end of Return of the Jedi, when he destroys, or at least greatly hinders, the ultimate evil in the galaxy. But, similar to his death, his return doesn't happen in one instance. Let's go over the rebirth of Anakin Skywalker. Part of the reason Darth Vader has held back the light so successfully is that it's essentially a coping mechanism. He's lost everything to live for. His mom, Qui-Gon, his wife, his friends, his apprentice left. What he thinks are his unborn children are dead. The war that defined him as a person has come to an end. And his relationship with his father figure turned brother has broken down beyond all repair. He's even lost the ability to just exist as a human without the aid of confining and painful machines. What does he have left over after all of this? It's power, anger, hatred. All he has left is this pitiful consolation prize of being the second most powerful person in the galaxy. Anakin has no reason to reawaken, no reason to return, only pain and loss. And pain and loss are what fuels Vader. Dave Filoni, when talking about Ahsoka and Vader, explicitly says what Anakin lost was so painful that Vader only has the urge to kill and destroy that life and keep Skywalker dead. I think part of the reason his grandson has a harder time holding back the light is because he never truly lost everything. That's why Kylo Ren is so hell-bent on killing the past. Ben Solo doesn't quite die like Anakin Skywalker. He just buries him. But for Anakin Skywalker, for years, has nothing until a huge atomic realization. He has a son. In my essays, I tend to focus strictly on the films and shows, mostly because my expertise lies there. I'm far from an expert on the books and the comics. Also, let's be honest, despite the declaration of canon, the films and shows have absolutely no qualms with retconning them. Therefore, they don't color my interpretation and analysis of things too often. It's a big galaxy and takes all types of fans, and for me, I focus on films and TV. That being said, for this specific moment, I am going to turn to a comic for the moment Darth Vader realizes he has a son. Even before the comic came out, I think it was a moment that took place off-screen. We go from "the Force is strong with this one" to the crawl of Empire saying the evil Lord Darth Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has yada yada yada. I think it's clear that Darth Vader knows at the start of Episode 4 that he has a son. Though you could make an argument that he finds out when talking to the Emperor, and his obsession is just driven by this desire to get revenge, but I personally don't think so. So when did he find out? And what was it like when he did? Well, this is why we have books and comics, my friends. In Darth Vader, issue number 6, by Kieran Gillen, Salvador Larroca, and Edgar Delgado, Boba Fett informs Vader of the last name of this punk who really messed things up for him. But right here, he finds out that this kid isn't just a nuisance. Turns out he is much, much more. And here we have the moment of realization. It's here the glass literally cracks, but so too does Vader's hold on Anakin. Anakin's light, right here, awakens. It's a small crack, and Vader may not even realize it yet. His obsession with Luke is still selfish. For now, he sees Luke as a means to an end. Destroy the Emperor. But the chemical reaction has begun. The first domino has been tipped. Skywalker's return has begun. The most important scene in the films that shows us Anakin's light has sparked comes with his talk to the Emperor. With the context of the comic, Vader already knows. So here, when the Emperor says, "I have no doubt this boy is the offspring of Anakin Skywalker," Vader plays dumb. A way of looking at the scene without that context is that Vader is in disbelief. But with the comic, Vader has accepted the truth. And I think it would track either way. Vader would want to play dumb, and so simply says, "How could this be possible?" Regardless, the next few lines from Vader are the first time in these films Vader hears a whisper from Skywalker. It's just a whisper, drowned out by Vader's evil intentions, but I truly believe it's right there. First, when Palpatine says, "He could destroy us," Vader's response is, "He's just a boy." From Vader, it's his arrogance brushing off a lower being, but to Anakin, it's his son. Even Vader knows that this boy is a force to be reckoned with. That's because Anakin has started to speak into Vader, whether he realizes it or not. Then we have this next whisper from Anakin. If he could be turned, he would become a powerful ally. Again, on paper, these are Vader's evil intentions of taking out the Emperor. But I see them as Anakin Skywalker's reawakening starting to take hold. From here on out, Vader cannot bring himself to kill his son. We see Vader implore Luke to join him. "Please help me kill the Emperor. Rule the galaxy as father and son." He then, when Luke gets away, pleads with his son, "Join me, please." Anakin is breaking through. Still a whisper, but there. During all of these moments, Vader still has a hold over Skywalker. Vader justifies all of his actions as steps to get out from under the boot of Sidious and have true power. This is how he has been able to drown out Anakin and the pull to the light. But here, on the forest moon of Endor, he is forced to talk to his son. The lightsabers are sheathed. Luke Skywalker talks directly to Anakin Skywalker. Luke is seeing past the masks of Vader. Luke sees past his false intentions. This moment gives power to Anakin. It strips Vader's false justifications away. It forces Vader and Anakin to truly see each other. Anakin's resurrection is coming to fruition. Then, the single biggest crack in Vader's armor happens. The son of Skywalker proclaims, "Then my father is truly dead." I believe that this conversation, and specifically this line, turns the whispers of Anakin into screams inside Vader's head. Whatever conflict that has been inside them, the suppressed Anakin doesn't want to be dead any longer. He has a reason for living. He starts screaming at Vader, "You can't kill me. I never died. I'm here, and your hold on me is weakening." As his son is taken away, the scene lingers on Vader, and for the first time in these movies since Revenge of the Sith, we see Darth Vader show weakness. This brooding dark mask can't hide the conflict from us. Now, the conflict rages on, and Vader puts on a pretty good show in front of his master. We all know where this is going. Anakin is on the verge of smashing through as he is pounding on this glass that is Vader. The glass has been cracked, but it isn't broken yet. Only one thing will shatter it. The compassion of his son, the child of his wife, the gift he was so excited for. This son will selflessly spare him and declare he is a Jedi Knight, like his father before him. And as the man who destroyed his life begins to destroy Luke, Anakin finally shatters the glass. The whisper that grew into a scream is no longer just inside Vader's head. The last words of Anakin Skywalker become his first as he is reawakened. What was once a no of surrender, now is a no of defiance, a no of strength, a no of resolve, and a no of return. Darth Vader is dead. Welcome the return of Anakin Skywalker. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I forgot to record this part when I was all set up earlier, so sorry about that. But now I'm doing it in front of our Revenge of the Jedi poster, which is one of my favorite posters, favorite Star Wars poster ever. But also, I'm so glad George Lucas went back to Return after people pressured him into Revenge, and he's like, no, because as we just talked about, like, Anakin didn't get revenge, Luke didn't get revenge. It had nothing to do with revenge. It was about returning, and that's beautiful. But yes, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you can, like, comment, whatever. You can also follow me on Instagram. I post over there. It's pretty low stakes. But stay tuned for next month's essay. I have no idea what it'll be yet, and I'm pretty excited. We'll see where it goes. But thank you for watching, and may the Force go with you.